There we go. Try that now. So a bit of a last minute notice. I just decided I was going to do this later in the week. I figured, what the hell, I'm going to do it now. What we're going to do is we're going to replay Lovat First Sight because if you saw the last video, which is still up on the channel, you saw how it ended probably ingloriously. Discussion about the map. Complete blunder. The nut of it is that I was playing this upper area here as being in a valley, which completely negated everything that had happened in this location here. So I ended up calling the scenario where it was, and I was going to replay it. And then I decided, since I have the playtest rules set for Four Bridges, that why not playtest the second version of this scenario with the 5.5a counters for the Ox and Bucks, as well as the revisions for the scenario, which is really not a lot. The only revisions are that they've reduced the counter for the two British hold-up platoons by 1, 648 less, and they've given us 2 447 walk and wounded counters instead. So this brings it in line with A Bridge Too Far, where they don't have the walk and wounded counter on the counter. That's just a 447. So that'll be all streamlined. So this is going to be using the second edition scenario card, as well as the Four Bridges counter and map work. So that's why we're going to be playing it, and we're going to be playing that today. So everything is basically the same. Setup in the village to the north is basically the same kind of setup. I'm hamstrung as a German by being stuck in a building or adjacent to it. So this guy here is going to try and make his way around to the back, some kind of route disruption pattern. Same guys over here, they're going to try and make their way to the north, same kind of idea. I doubt very much you're going to be able to interdict the Commandos. However, on the south side, I've changed things a lot. For one, I've got 2 half-squad spotters on top of the roof on a second level. So they're up on the second level on top of a first level hill, so it gives them lots of eyes. I've got 2 mortar half-tracks that can reach out and tag somebody ways away. So they're going to be able to put a lot of HE on the bridge and all this Ox and Buck stuff over here, and any Commandos that are going to be walking down the road. So I'm going to be able to do that. And then I'd also decided I'm going to do a larger infantry push down in the low country now that I know that it's low country, not the high ground. So the British defense in the village is still going to have to be pretty solid, but I did throw a squad down below just to give a little bit of stiffness. And my plan is still to send these guys across the bridge into these buildings and hold the west side of the canal as long as possible, and maybe even up to Mournhouse, just so that they can give some kind of cover. The German plan is going to be to push the west bank as much as possible, try and clear the village, and worst case, if I can park one of these 2 tanks somewhere over here in Y8, it's a nice shot right down the road, and then I can hopefully leave some residual blast anything that moves down the road, and maybe kill some Commandos before they have a chance to get on the road. So as a result, I put the 57 inside the pillbox over here, which may not be the best choice. I'm thinking maybe actually not putting it there. British set up last, so I still have the option of moving it. And maybe I'm just going to set it up on the road for that purpose, because while it's going to be vulnerable on the road, won't be able to be emplaced, at least I'm going to be able to shoot down the road, and I can shoot anything that's over here. On the other hand, it's going to be vulnerable to artillery, so I don't know. Either I get this, by the way, is a pillbox in the second edition of Pegasus Bridge. This is a 257 360 arc pillbox. So it do offer some protection. However, it limits my line of sight to basically these 3 hexes here. And maybe even the 4th one here, X13. But I can't see down the road. This gun pit here comes with a German 50 long AT gun, but I'm not sure if it's functioning. And at this point in the battle, it doesn't specify in the scenario. It just comes with a 50 long AT gun, so I'm going to have to man it with a half squad crew. So once these guys are done with their mortar, I'm probably going to jump on the gun, and we're going to have a 50 long AT gun. Again, the scenario doesn't specify that it is not in play, but the rules say that it is. So it looks like we're going to have 2 AT guns here. However, neither one of them is going to be able to shoot down the road, so I'm going to have to send units there for the express purpose of blocking any tank fire from coming down there, but that's down the road. So all right, let's get into wind change die roll for the British, and we have nothing new. Everything else parameter wise in the scenario is the same. Like I said, the only difference is one squad 648 is gone, and it's been replaced with 2 447 walk and wounded counters. Everything else is pretty well the same. German OB I don't think has been changed at all. All right, so that's the rally phase, prep fire phase. We'll start up here in Laporte. And by the way, this is obviously a nice, much nicer map as well than the previous map as well. Just the color difference alone makes it much more usable. All right, I gotta blast some Germans out of here. Now again, this guy up on our first level, he does have eyes right down the hex grain to L17 and M18, so he can interdict my guys walking down the road. This guy up here doesn't have any eyes at all. So that's definitely a threat, which I'm going to have to deal with. And I also got guys in the ground level as well. And of course, they're all concealed. So best way to deal with that is, and I got 2 half squads, so more or less designed to stop guys from playing silly bugger on my flanks. Well, let's blast them. Before we do that, do we want to fire any smoke? Yes, we do, because we want our guys here to be able to make it across the bridge. So we're going to fill V18 here with smoke from our mortar. So we're going to need a 7. That's our depletion number. Easy smoke. All right, now we can do any other firing that we want to do. And we'll go back to these guys here. So they're going to be on the 16 up 3, up 2 because the neg 1 leader. That'll strip conceal from the bottom guys. And it'll be an 8 on the 16, should be a 1 check. Yeah. 237 is fine. British sniper. 447 is pinned. And the 468 is British sniper. So that is pretty good as a result. Rate of fire on the 2 LMGs, so that's good. And I did hit the German sniper as well. So German sniper. And then 2 British snipers. 1, 2. So nothing. All right, let's fire again. This time it's going to be an 8 up 2. And no result. Well, at least I strip conceal. That's going to be 10. I can go in with 12 to 10. It's going to be 1-to-1 odds if I go close combat. Probably don't want to do that right now. I could fire a Piat. Would be a base 7 up 3. Would be a 4 to hit. Uh, 4 to hit, eh? Not horrible. I don't want to break my Piat on the first shot, though. No, let's keep conceal. And this wounded guy, I may as well fire him. He's going to get nuked in the subsequent fire phase. I can do an 8 up 3 right now. Let's do that, 8 up 3. 7 on the 8 to 1 track, that's good. So the 237 is broken. These guys only have a 2 morale, 2 ELR because of their second line. 468, broken. That's a 3 ELR. And the 447 with the 2 ELR that's pinned is broken as well. So that worked out great. No ELR, just breaks. All right, this guy here, let's fire a 6 up 3. Now if I fire the Piat, it's going to be a +5 to the 9. It's going to be a 4 to hit. I may as well. All right, German sniper. We got a 2. 5 for 3. German snipers here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's landing on this dummy stack, which is now a dummy stack gone. Well, that was kind of good, I guess. Other fires over here. Now, again, my plan for these guys is they're basically going to skulk because they're seriously outmanned. These guys here in the building, I'm thinking of actually retreating uphill. It's not open ground because of the hedge, which means they would not be losing their conceal. It would cost them 3 move because of the hedge, which would actually lose their conceal because they only have 3 move because they're wounded. So I guess they're just going to stay where they are. Not going to shoot. Anything that's going to shoot down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ox and Bucks use weapons without captured use, so that's fine. They have a 5 hex range, so they're going to be halved. So that's going to be 5, 10, and they're not going to fire the LMG, so it's going to be on the 8. Halved to be on the 4 table. Down 1 because they're in the irrigation ditch. So 4 down 1. And that is gone. Okay. Yeah, that's it for that. Let's go to move. And we'll start with you. Let's throw a smoke grenade onto Y20 from the bottom guy. All right, so he doesn't have smoke. That's 2. So using non-assault to be 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just within range. So that would be -1 +1 for the bridge would be 0. So I may as well take that shot. So it's going to be a 4 down 1 shot. 4 on the 4 is a 1 check. And he's fine. Sniper. Sniper's a 4. That would be a 2 residual. And I carry on for 3. That was 3, 4, and then 5 of the road bonus. Two down 1. 2 down 1. That is not a good shot. I always hate residual firepower. So I don't think I'm going to do that. So I think I just wasted my shot there. That's fine. Back up here, we're going to skulk. You'll come back to there, you'll come back to there, you'll come back to there. And we'll go defending fire. All right, spotters. Do we want to fire at anything? Let's drop a shell onto this guy here. 19 hex range. So it's going to come down to a 7. 8 comes down to a 7. Spotting brings it down to a 5 to hit. Five hits. Rate of fire drops by 1 as well. And not that we have any anyways, so it's going to be 1 shot. Then up 2 on this. 8. 8 on the 8. 81 is 16. Yeah, so it should be 8 on the 8. NMC, that'll work. NMC on the 9-2. And the 5-5-8 at the bottom, and the 1 in the middle. 2 heated battles. All right, bottom guy and the top guy. So the bottom guy just went berserk. And this guy here just went fanatic. And generated a hero. Let's give him an airborne hero. All right, so you went from manning a German medium to being now berserk in the process. So that is going to be one hell of a charge that you're going to be taking. Okay, so that was the first spotter. Second spotter, I guess we may as well do the same thing. Needs a 5 to hit. Oh, I missed a sniper. That's a miss. German sniper is fine. And those guys are done. Here, let's go 4 up 2. And then 2 up 2. Actually, we're going to pivot our turret. So it's going to be a 4. Yeah, 4 up 3 because of the pivot. And then a 2 up 2. Nothing doing. Okay. You guys have fire as well. What do we have there? 8 and 8, 16. So it's going to be an 8 up 2. 7 on the 8. I'll get rid of this. Be a 1 check. 1 check is enough to cause a break. And rate of fire on the medium. I could go again. Do I want to fire again? I think I do. 4 up 2. No. All right. Nothing else is going to shoot down there. Up here. Concealed in stone and wood buildings. I don't think it's worth shooting or getting acquisition. I do have a mortar, though. Let's bring him in. Plus 3, so it's going to be 4 to hit. No rate, that's a miss. I forgot to move my commandos on. Start with the tank. 1, 2, 3 hatches down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Actually, no. We'll stop back here. That's a long enough range. I can bring fire to bear on that. You guys are in column formation, so you got to move it as impulse movements. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 with the road bonus. Now I could have CX'd, but then again that would bring me into line of fire right here, which I don't want to get into just yet. So that's fine for now. And advancing fire. Oh wait, I still got a defending fire over here. What am I doing? Well, you guys were supposed to fire. You can drop this. Let's fire downstairs. 8 up 2. That's a Freddy. And drop that. That's going to be a 20 up 3. It's going to be a Freddy as well. Wow. Eight up 3 into this walking wounded guy. Horrible shooting. 12 up 3. 5 on the 8 is going to be a 2. And that will be another break. And those guys are unfortunately going to be surrendering. Sniper. Hey, we got a 1. 5 for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Mr. Piat on the road, you are now broken. That'll work out. All right. That's it for defensive fire. Let's go advancing fire. And let's get some acquisition from our tank. Let's fire area. Actually, no, we don't need to because you're not concealed anymore. 2 up 3 for the machine guns and a Hail Mary. And the cannon. All right, unfortunately, that's it. Route phase. And British first. Now would be a time to bail. So your destination would be P13. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can actually ignore P13. I can head right to R13. That would be 3, 4, 5, 6. I would not reach it though. So let's go 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, you're wounded. You're wounded. You only got 3 move. So let's come up to there for 3. Before I do that, this guy would have to surrender. And because of the VC, this guy's worth double VP immediately. And we're going to give him to 447. All right, and then the German routes. You guys got to go... What do we have? A squad and a half. Now, I could go upstairs to where my leader is. But I would still be DM'd. However, I would have a chance of rallying next turn. So I'm just going to do that. What would I need? This guy would be a 3. This guy would be a 5. This guy would be a 4. 3, 5, and 4 to rally. No, let's go back one more. And then I think in the German turn, I'm going to move my leader back. They're giving me a whack probably from the cannon anyways. Over here, I don't think we have any routes. Oh, this guy here. Let's go that way. And I forgot drifting smoke because we do have a breeze from the northwest. So we do have smoke. All right. Okay, so I think I have not forgotten anything else. Let's go British advance. Come back in. All right, so now that we're within 16 hexes of a known enemy unit, this guy up here, we can now disband from our column formation in our next turn, which is great. Remember that per the VC, we can't lose any of these commandos. We only have 6 VP or so of fudge to lose before we have to concede. So we can't lose any commandos basically in the process. All right, let's go in. You're going to stay there. Do I go into that building? I don't think I do. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to stay like this. I want to play defense, aggressive defense. I don't want to play too much on the attack right now. This would let me do that without committing too much to one hex. Getting 24 up 3 is going to be a very difficult shot. And having 2 squads take that would be a bit much. So I think that's fine. Over here, I think we're good. All right, and that'll be that. Close combat, we don't have any. And into the rally phase for the Germans. Wind change. We have no wind. Almost had gusts. All right, so we do have a self-rally. We have a 468 over here. This guy needs a 4. We got a leader creation. We got an 8-0. -1, -2, +1 is a net -1. It would be an 8-1 actually. Now that is amazing. Who needs an 8-0 when you have an 8-1? All right, so now this guy needs a 4 and a 5. Wow. Okay, that made it that much more difficult for the British. And this DM comes off. We'll keep our DM on that guy, let him keep going, and we'll be into the German prep fire. All right, so we do have 2 spotters. To fire mortars, we have a mortar there. We don't want to do any smoke, I don't think. Do we want to do smoke? I think we do. This guy's got a smoke exponent of 5. I gotta look that one up. I'm not sure what that notation means. Oh, I see. So this is an interesting vehicle that actually will cover 3 hexes with smoke. Huh. Interesting. So it's a 6 firepower attack, not an 8. And it's a 4 firepower attack versus any adjacent hex. Oh, okay, so I did that incorrect. So I have a choice here. I could make a HE attack, or I could do a smoke on those guys. If I do an HE attack, I would target this guy and these 2 hexes here with 4 firepower, and this guy with 6. 6 up 2, and then these 2 hexes would be as well. Or I could fire smoke here and disperse smoke in these 2 locations because of the funkiness of that vehicle. Although I guess it would be random. Yeah, it could be randomized between these 4 hexes for disperse smoke. Interesting. Question is do I want to do that? I need a depletion number of 5. I have a spotter, so my base 7 is going to drop down to a 5 anyways. So I may as well try. Yeah, let's do this guy here. We're going to drop smoke. We need a 5 to hit. Alright, so we have no smoke in this guy here. Can this guy pop smoke? Alright, we got smoke from him. And we hit a British sniper. So he gets smoke. Now we randomize 2 hexes on either side. Odd even for W2, W20, X20. So W20 gets dispersed. And V21 and W21, 22. V21 gets dispersed. Okay, that's interesting. And British Sniper is a 6. All right, so those 2 guys have fired. One guy is out of smoke, so he still hasn't fired yet, technically. Let's use his attack on the bridge. Now, that would be a lot of smoke. This smoke I would not be concerned about because I'm on basically level 3. I'm going to see over this smoke here. Let's target the Commandoes. They're walking down the road. Range 35. We're looking at a base 7, goes down to a 6. Spotter will bring it down to a 4. All right, so I miss. All right, so they have shot their shot. And I've missed a breakdown by 2, no, what are they at, 11? 10. So that's pretty close to the breakdown, so I got to be careful. But it's quite effective. This guy can now move because nobody is close. I thought there may be a 50 sitting around here somewhere, the 6-pounder, but I don't have to worry about it now because it's set up over there. And these guys are now going to be able to move. I do have to worry about what's in W18. You guys may as well move. I'm going to put you guys in op fire. And the 237 is going to move bus conceal. You guys are all going to move, except for the flak truck is going to fire. So that's going to be on the 8. 8 up 3. That sucks. And then we got a mortar here. Acquisition gets rid of this orchard, so it's going to be concealed, which will give it a 5 to hit. And rate of fire. Break. All right, that's that for that. Over here, we've got 24 firepower, up 3 going into that adjacent ground floor. 9 on the 24. Should be at least a 2. 2 check. Pinned. Not too bad. Sniper. And then you guys upstairs are going to fire 8 8 up 2 downstairs. 8 on the 8's an NMC, and they are casualty reduced and broken. Nice. No rate of fire. All right, so that is that. That leaves you guys to fire on the 9-1. So let's do a 20 up 3. 7 on the 20s, should be a 2. 9-1. And the squad. So 9-1's pinned. Squad's fine, and then we can top that off with another 8 up 3. And no effect. All right, so that is that. Let's go to move. We'll assault move our dummies on top of him. Maybe he'll shoot at that. You guys are gonna assault move into this, which may be dumb because there's gonna be a shot coming there. One, two, 3, 4. Yeah, you're gonna CX. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six. Right. What do I do with you guys? He's gonna try to throw smoke into FF9. Doesn't get it. Let's assault move there. We'll do a 4 down 1 from this guy. Whoop, wrong guy. 4 on the 4 is a 1. And he's the alert. Well, that was dumb. I was hoping he would be able to make it at least, but... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's CX. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, over here, this guy is going to go CX and into here. Figure out that those are dummies. Salt move there. These guys are going to salt move onto that. Do we fire at that? A 4 up 3. I don't think so. This guy is going to bypass on this side for 1. Enter this building for 3. Get bounced back. And we'll take an 8 up 2 shot. You can go 1, 2, 3. Oh, do we crest the hill or not? Crest the hill and get a Piat right in the face. If I pay the irrigation ditch, it will be 2, 4. I'm not sure about the stream depth. All streams are shallow. Okay, all streams are shallow streams. 20.4. 3 move to enter. All right, so this smoke would definitely obscure a lot of shots coming this way. However, if that's an MG, it could be a fire lane potential, which I really don't want to do. 2, 4, 7. I'd have to CX to get into P17. Or it could come this way. 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, let's go that way. So we're going to come here for 1. 2, 3, and then 6 into the stream. You guys are going to go 1, 2, 3. Hang out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're not going to survive when you crest hills, so I really don't know how to use these trucks. How to use a wheel truck. It's going to get shot up. They've got 2 Piats sitting right here. This tank is going to start off for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll stop there. This guy start for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, stay in motion. Start for 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop there. 1, 2, 3. We'll stop there. Start 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's go 13 there. Stay motion. Yeah, I think that's good enough for now. Good enough for now. Let's go defire. Final this. Do we want to final on that? 4 up 3. Or down here, 4 up 3. I think down here, and 12, 4 up 3. That would have been a +1, +2. Yeah. Upstairs, 4 up 3. And upstairs, we're going to go 16 up 3. Could have been better. 10 on the 16 should be an NMC. A1. 468, 447, 80. Wow. And the 237, finally. They only have 2 ELR, so this guy will be ELR'd. And 1 British sniper. We got a 6. All right, the tank. The tank. 4 up, 3 from the machine gun. Broke the coax. And the main cannon. A little bit of Yahtzee. Not looking good. Not looking good. Let's fire at the ground floor. Let's do a Piot first. So it's going to be a 9 down 3 is a 6. 6 hits on the 8. We have a Freddy and a sniper. 2. 1 for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we're getting rid of a lot of dummies with our sniper. That's 2 dummy stacks our sniper has gotten rid of, besides breaking 1 squad. Alright, so the Piot missed, which sucks, and then we're going to do 12 up 3. 6 on the 12s at 2. 2 check on the 447. Fine, just broken and broken. And the prisoner is casually reduced. Well, that was a little bit productive. Nothing else can shoot. Advancing fire. You guys here can still shoot, so let's do an 8. 8 up 2 into the pin guy here. 8 up 2. 6 on the 8's a 1 check, so the pinned leader is fine sniper, and the 648 is fine sniper. 1, 2. We got a 1. 5 for 1. Dink. Well, shit. The British are not having a good day, so this guy is now broken. Six sniper is deadly for the Germans. So that is it for this side over here. Bit of good, bit of bad. And on this side, we had op fire from you. So let's do on the 12 up 3. 10 on the 12's a pinning. Pinned. Boy, are you pinned. We'll keep our conceal and get that jump on you guys in close combat, although I'm probably going to break and run. No point staying and fighting that. 8 up 3. No effect. And row phase. All right, Germans. Who has to run? Well, you guys are going to go back with the leader. You guys are going to go upstairs. You guys don't have to move because they're broken. But you're going to, with the 8-1, back to this guy here. That way you get a rally on him. As a matter of fact, this 8-1 here is going to try and take that medium, which he does, from the broken guy. All right, so that's that. You have to come here. And now the British. All right, so you have to pull back to there. And we'll come all the way back to there. And to there. All right, over here, you pull back there. This guy's going to voluntarily break. And he'll retreat back 1 hex. You'll keep moving 2 or 1.5, 3. And that'll be it for the route. Let's get to advance phase. And you guys will all advance. That would be a CX move if I move you up into that building. Cliff face. Do I move more guys up there? All right, that's it for the advanced phase, close combats. We don't have any. You guys will gain conceal. You guys can roll for it. Bottom squad, top squad. Oh, you guys. Come forward one. Yeah, so no close combat and no concealment gain to be had over here. Except for you guys could roll. So you and the other guy. Nope. Okay, so that's it for that. Turn 2 for the British. All right, so recap, we're doing not too bad for the Germans this time. British have a little bit more difficult to go. I've slowed down the assault across the bridge because of these guys over here. Now they have a bit of a better run. Smoke's going to be a bit dispersed, but I can bring some more smoke in over here to cover off the crossing a little bit better. Sherman's getting its range. However, the coax is shot. The commandos are coming on board. And we're starting to lose units in the center. So casualties are starting to crop up. Yeah, so not too great for the British, but not over yet. So let's get a wind change. We have a 4. That is interrogation for friendly, I believe. Wind change for friendly attackers in friendly country. Okay. So from the sniper die roll, we have a 4-4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Closest unit would be you. So that would be this guy here. What information's available? We roll a 4. HIP units revealed. Hidden fortifications revealed. Concealed units. Concealed units revealed. So this concealed unit here is going to be gone because of civilian information. So we got some information, got some intel, and now we know what's in this location here, which is kind of good. All right, so let's do rallies. Now I do have an 8 there. I've also got this guy here who's not DM'd. I think I need to get him up and running because we do have a Mark IV coming up. But this guy is close to the action too, so I need a 4 or I need an 8. Let's go with the 8. I rolled a 9, so it doesn't matter. This DM will come off. This guy here needs a 4. Nope, stays DM'd. This guy will keep his DM till he gets in the building. Over here, that'll come off. And for the Germans, this guy needs a 4. These guys probably should have tried to run away. Did I miss that? Yeah, they should have tried to attack. So let me do a task check, which they failed. They should have tried that in the last close combat phase, but they failed, so it doesn't matter. All right, rallies. So this guy needs a 8 and a snake eyes. Fix that coax. Coax is back just in time. And I think that is it. Oh, we got a mortar. Nope. I think they should change the mortars, the 50 mortars, to more than a 1 to prepare. But that's just me. All right, prep fire. Do we want to put more smoke on the position? I think we do. First of all, let's put this down. Get rid of one of you. That's their smoke, not mine. I could drop another one here on T18. And that would allow you guys to get across the bridge a lot easier. You'd have a +4 to your smoke. Would be a base 9, bring it down to a 5. And your depletion's a 7. So you need a 5 or less to hit T18 with the smoke shell. Let's put one in S18. Alright, so you're out of smoke. No more smoke. Well, we'll have to hope that that's enough smoke to cover the move. All right, so let's go to other prep fire then. You guys here on the ground floor, let's do a Piot into the ground floor. Again, we need a 6 to hit. Hits. On the A table, we have an NMC. 1, 2. This guy is ELR'd and casualty reduced. And you are not ELR, just broken. That's some good shot. All right, so that is that. No point firing. Let's fire upstairs, actually. 6 up, 3 upstairs. No joy. You're gonna, oh, that pin did come off. Let's fire 16 up 2 into the ground floor. 11 on the 16's a pinning. 4, 6, 7. And the 4, 6, 8 is pinned. Tank coax upstairs. 6 on the 4 is an NMC. Oh, and they were going to transfer that. 8-1. And the 4-4-7 is pinned. All right, now the cannon. +4. Acquire twice is a +2. That's going to miss. We're getting closer with the shell, but that still misses, so Right, Mr. Piot. Let's do infantry first. 8 up 3. NMC. 467, that's not pinned. And the 468 is pinned again. Piot is a miss. We'll drop this and we'll fire. Yeah, 16 up 3. That sucks. And I may as well spray fire those 2 open guys in the street. So 6 and 2. So 1 check and a pinning. 1 check, broken, and a pinning. +1, +2, +3. Would be a 4 up 2. Oh, and I have a berserk guy that has to charge as well. Let's go to move. And we'll start with our berserk guy. So out of the trench, well, let's go to this trench for 1, and then that would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess it would be 7, 8 into here. Let's try and throw a smoke grenade into Y19. That's good enough. Two, 4, and 5. You guys will assault move into the smoke. No, you'll go 2, 3. Well, you guys are cleared from the machine gun nest, so you guys can move normally. So let's just go jaunting down the road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be a 2 up 1 because you're CX'd. No, it would be down 1 on assault, +1 would be flat, a 2 flat shot. Well, for one thing, they can't move as a stack because the mortars are ranged in. from the far left. So let's just move you guys first. Let's throw a smoke grenade into L17. No smoke grenade. All right, so that's 2. That'll be 3. We're going to fire the first spotter observe mortar here. No, that would be a blind hex, so never mind. So that's 3. Four. I could fire there. Range 33. Range 33. I would not have acquisition because I lost sight of them. It's going to be a base 7, goes down to a 6. Spotted goes down to a 4. However, FF, NAM, and MO would bring it up to a 6. So 6 to hit. So that's going to hit. And it's going to be one of those funky mortars, so it's going to leave 6 firepower here and 4 and 4 on either side. So 6 firepower attack there. 8 on the 6 is a pinning, so the 10, oh actually it's down 1 because of the flamethrower. So that's going to be a 7 on the 6, which is an NMC. And he's fine, sniper. And a pinning on the other guy, who is fine. So they're good. That's going to leave 2 residual there. 2 residual there. And then in the water as well. So that was 2 for the smoke, 3 to enter that location, 4, 5, 6. Seven with the road bonus. Seven with the road bonus. All right, so that's the one guy. Now everybody else has to go through that same 2 down, 2 shot. And I still have a shot into LLC, or no, MM18. Is that right? Yeah, this hex here. How do I do this now? If I go here for 1, a 2 down, 2 shot, I don't like. If I break here, JJ16 be my route destination. Um, the column may not use the irrigation ditch. Okay, so once I'm out of column, I can use the irrigation ditch. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I may as well just advance into here. I don't want to go into a 2 down 2 shot. So I'm just going to move 1 hex. You guys, when you move into MM18, you're going to be visible to this pinned medium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's going to be on the 2 table down 2 if you don't do a down 3 shot, which is basically like a residual fire. So I may have to send you guys north to get around that. 1, 2. Wires 1.5. So that'd be 3.5. I believe wires 1.5. One plus cost of terrain to cross the wire, so it's 2. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Advance. It would be a 2 down 1 shot. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Advance. And that would be a 2 down 1 shot. All right, so what we're going to do is these guys here are going to CX. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 under the vehicle. This guy's going to first fire. It'll be a 2 down 1 because of the leader. The vehicle will cancel out the non-assault, so it'll be a 2 down 1. And all that for that. Leave 1 residual in that location. And they'll carry on with their 7 and 8 movement into this building. I think that was right. Now that they fired their shot, I'm still stuck with a 2 residual. 2, 3, 4. I don't really have much choice. I have to. I don't want to take a 2 down 2 shot because I'm so afraid of residual fire. Residual fire will chew them up, and I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to. So, all right, defending fire. Do I have anything left? I could first fire my pin guy. You guys here on the ground floor, let's see you first. So that's going to be 8 for on the 12 up 3 here. 12 up 3. 6 on the 12. 1 check. 2 check, my bad. Leader. Broken and broken. You guys are surrendering. This is I-11 is not a good spot to put units. I should not be doing that. These guys are supposed to break, but then this guy created a leader, and that kind of just foobarred my entire plan for this area. Wait. No, because you guys are not known, which means I can actually escape to JJ11. No, I can't, because I have to... I can't. Oh, wait, no, wait. No, wait, no, the 1 squad's not pinned. The 467's not pinned, which means I have to go through I-11, I-12, which means I'm going to be interdicted, which means I have to get surrendered. Shit. Shit. Shit, shit, und shit. Defending fire. Otherwise, let's go here. Not going to use the CX guy, so it's going to be 11 on the 20 table, up 3. Oh, and that was a sniper I missed as well. Let me do that after. 7 on the 20 should be a 2. 2 check for the 8-0. 648. And the broken wounded guy is fine. Sniper is a 1. British sniper is finally doing something. 3 for 2. 1, 2. Let's take this guy here. Right, you 6 up 3. Nothing. All right, you have the same problem that he had, so they're not going to bother firing you. You're going to swing fire onto those Commandos as well. Let's fire it on that guy there. So that should be a 6, again down to a 4 for spotted fire. That is a hit on the 6 table. 7 on the 6 is an NMC. Leader. Uh, 6 for 8 with the LMG. And the one below him, and the guy in the bottom. Sniper. No sniper. No rate of fire on those guns. And I think that is about that. My turn next, so he can't rally. So there's no point DMing him and wasting my shot. Yeah, that'll be it for that. Advancing fire. Can the British save anything? Not there. Not there. Not here. This guy is so dead. That is really unfortunate. Yep. All right, so that's it. Route phase. You guys have to surrender. What else has to move? You have to move. So go make it into that building. You guys will slide back to there. And then the Germans. You'll come to there. You'll come to there. You go to there. All right, so what do we do? That's it for the route. Let's go to advance phase. We can do this now. So we have 8 firepower inside that location. I've only got him. So I can't go inside there. I can't go into I-11. I think I'm going to have to retreat. I do have a lot of broken guys here, so I think what I'm going to do is send this guy forward to here. That'll DM this guy. DM everybody here. And then you're going to slide under here for various reasons. You guys will go forward, go hunt that tank. You guys will come into here. And you guys are fine down there. Over here. Tight quarters. Nowhere to retreat to. We now have a tank that's going to be cutting us off. We're kind of fucked. All right, close combat. All we have is prisoners that's got to do a task check to try and fight their guard. And they failed, so no prisoner revolt from them. And no close combat anywhere else, so that should be it for the British turn to Germans. Right, wind change. We have no wind, no interrogation. We have a lot of brokes, so let's get to it. So we need a self-rally. Pins come off too. I think I'm going to self-rally this guy here. Never mind. So we need a 4, and a 3. So none of those guys rally. You're dead. These guys need an 8 and a 6. All right, over here, this guy needs a 4. Really? And fix that mortar. Or destroy it. British, we have this guy here. Leader needs a 4. The rest don't score. Oh, I missed one here. All right, that's it for the rallies. Let's get to some prep fire. This German smoke comes off. I forgot to put drifting smoke. All right, do we want to fire more smoke for our approach? We still have to get to this area here. We need to get some eyes on to this area so we can interdict these commandos. I do have a tank that's getting very close. I'm going to park him in Y8, which is going to have a nice shot right down the road. So he's fine. This tank is going to be my cutoff for this platoon, which is not in great shape. Might be able to get rid of most of them today, this turn. Over on the right side, because I've captured their leader and 2 squads now, this side is really looking decimated. And I really got to deal with this machine gun nest for the British. But the Germans, what do we do with them? You guys are going to swing around and try and clear Morenhouse. Support that. So I don't need smoke. What I need is some shots. All right, so let's do 8 up 3 across the street. That's not what we wanted. Let's do an 8 up 2 across the street. That's better. 6 on the 8's a 1 check. 8-0. And the squad. Sniper. Sniper's nothing. Ready to fire. Let's go 4 up 3. 4 up 2, I should say. No, and no rate. And then you guys will fire 9, 18, so it's going to be 16 up 3 here. Nine on the 16's one check. And they are fine. All right. Well, that didn't work out. How about over here? Not going to fire the half squad. He's going to move around. So let's fire the 2 squads and the LMG. Will put us on the 20 table. Up 3. Nothing. I think we're going to move. Yeah, this tank's going to move to R11. We're going to cut these guys off. You're going to move. I need to get over this hill. On the plus side, all their Piots are manned by broken guys, so I don't have to worry about that. I do have to worry about getting shot up with my weak vehicles, though. Let's zoom out for a sec. Our spotted fire is still in play, so let's do this guy here. Range 33 is a base 6. Spotted fire brings it down to 4. We are required, so it's going to be a 5. 5 to hit that guy. We miss. No rate of fire. Required twice. This guy will be the same. And that's a miss. All right, I have to go to move. One, two, one, two, three. One, two, three, 8, 9, 10. We'll stop there. Is that a shot? Up an X11. No, it's going to crest X12 first. so I'm not going to bother shooting. So we're going to stop there. All right, over here, you're going to start up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six. That'll DM both of you. You'll assault move for 1. This guy's going to assault move into there. One, 4. 1, 2, 3.5. I need to get this guy somehow loaded onto that house. A martyr. He does have HE. Depletion is 7, I think. HE is 7. Back here would be good. Start for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're getting road bonus. Start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Stop for 10. I'm thinking of a 2-up-2 shot, but it's probably would be a waste because I have other stuff to shoot at. If I throw smoke into O13, and then advance into N13, would that help? There's a chance of it rolling down into my own hex as well. How do I crest this hill? I was really hoping those guys in O12 would have actually put a dent in P12, but they didn't. I need to get up the hill, but if I do, I'm going to get hit with 24 firepower. Down 2 or down 1. I could wait a turn. And I have weak armor. Is another problem as well. If I do this, that would be a 6 flat assault move. So it would be 6 up 1. I think I have to do that shot. 6 up 1. 7 on the 6 is a NMC. Leader squad. So they're fine. 2, 1 residual. All right, so you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, if I stop in X12, that will be a shot from this guy, so I can't go to X12. So that's 8. Um, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Start up this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stay in motion. Start up this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, plus another 3, 18, 19. Stay there. Oh, I'm so dreading going up this hill. You have 0 armor. You have up armored turret. You penetrate with a 4. 2 hex range. Probably be a +1. +1. So be a 5. 5, maybe a 4 if you get the turret. Start up. 2. 7, and we'll stop there. We are going to take a shot with the LMG. We get a hull hit. and we do not kill it. We don't get rates. Now I could fire a 6 up 2 against the crew. Five on the 6 is a 1 check. And they're fine. Oh, God, I so don't want to do this. Going uphill for a truck. Oh, via road's only 2 MP. Duh. Hill. 4. So it's going to be 8 for cross-country purposes. So start up 4. $12. On the 2 of the vehicle line is going to be a 4 or less. Large target makes it a 5 or less. And I don't get it. All right. So your finals. They lived for now. Start up for 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. You'll hang out. Actually, no. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Stay in motion. And I think that is it. That took a long time to do. All right, defending fire. Germans are looking in really good shape. British, not so much. Final fire this, so it's going to be a 6 up 3. Over here. Still too much smoke in the way to see anything. I could try a mortar shot. That would be a +1 for this orchard. 2 for the smoke, +3. That's going to miss. No rate. Acquisition, though. Let's get a Piat into the ground floor. That's going to be a hit on the 8. We have an NMC, so the 247 prisoner guard is fine. Sniper, the 247 is fine, and the all-important one is just broken. And we have a sniper. We have a 1. 3 for 1. Oh, come on. Really? Well, we have a choice. +2 or +2? 8 firepower or a 12 firepower if we hit. I think the IFE is a bigger target. So that's going to be a stun. Wow. Okay. And then we have 2 prisoners that have to go under MC as well. The leader and the squad. So the leader is gone. Allied. Yeah. All right. And then we're going to fire an 8 up 3. No effect. Here, let's do a PI into this building. That's going to miss. We need a base 9 up 3 is a 6. Yeah, so that's going to miss. And then a 12 up 3. It's a miss as well. All right, our tank arranged in. 4 firepower machine gun up 3, and then the cannon. Cannon continues to miss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Base 8. We need a 6 or less to hit. Rate of fire, however, so I can go again. And I miss. Well, that's it. That's all she wrote. Dancing fire. This guy here is only going to pay for the 1 orchard. +1. 2 up 1 and 2 flat for the flamethrower. So 6 on the 2 is a pinning for the 10-3. Sniper. No sniper. Get some acquisition here. Yeah, let's fire HE. Not going to hit. Coax would be 2 up 3, not going to bother. Let's get acquisition though. Oof. And let's do a 2 up 3 here. Oh, they should be advanced fired, sorry. And then we go road phase. All right, so we're gonna get more prisoners here. $24. I think that's game. That is game, I think. So you're sliding over 1 hex. You're coming this way. You guys are going 2, 4. You would go 2, 3, go upstairs. British don't have to route, so that is that. And then German advance. Do I jump on a wounded 447? They're going to be at +1, -1 when it comes to combat. But I do have prisoners, so I don't think that's going to happen. Well, let's backfill this guy. And we're going to send in this guy this way. Do we need to do that? Probably not. He's going to be encircled. So we're just going to sit like that. Yeah, we'll jump on the guy. Now, when we go uphill, we're going to be CX'd because it's going to cost us 5 move. But we're only adjacent. We're not in combat, so that's fine. Sucks the guy is stunned, but that is fine. More importantly, we have amassed 24 CVP, prisoners counting double immediately for this purpose because of all our prisoners. Actually, this guy counts ours as well, so we've prevented the plucky British from achieving their objective because we captured so many prisoners. So this one didn't take nearly as long. Obviously, I made a couple mistakes from the British perspective. Primarily this building right here. This building is a death trap when you have Germans in these 2 locations. Food for thought is if anything breaks in this building, they're surrendering. That's how I lost 2 squads and a leader into this location. So when you're setting these up for those guys that don't think about that, like me, Watch out for traps like this. This is a death trap where you're going to surrender. And if no quarter's in effect, you can't low crawl away. You're surrendering, and you've just given the guy 7 CVP that he didn't have to get because I didn't give myself a way out. So this building here was a death trap. This one here, not much I could have done with it because the tank came around and blocked me off. And the sniper landing where it did just saw pay to that. So this one I really couldn't prevent these guys from surrendering. It was the tank coming in and the sniper breaking the guys, so it's just bad luck. But that one building was really unfortunate. So because we have 24 CVP, 25 on the German side, there's no way that the British can meet their victory condition. So this one we're going to call for the German side. At any rate, much better when you play it properly. Especially when you look at the map the right way. I can't believe I played this whole upper area here as the valley yesterday. That was such a derp move. Why would there be a wetland on a hill unless you're engaged to New Brunswick? Why would there be a wetland on a hill? This is clearly a valley. So, just makes total sense, right? One thing for you guys that are map guys, why do they have slope features on a crest line? What does this mean? You have a crest line and you have a slope. Does that make it impassable for certain kinds of vehicles? I just find that weird. And all along here too, this whole feature, first of all, you got a wall, you have a crest line, and you've got a slope feature. Not to mention, ignore the water feature, which is bog terrain for a vehicle. So, very difficult terrain for any vehicle to try and bypass east-west. But I'm curious as to the functionality of a slope on a crest line, how that plays into things. I haven't read up on slopes that much that I know the difference. So Germans win. Unfortunately, it only took 2 turns to capture that many prisoners. PW, 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 PW. Yeah, all these guys are PWs here. 4 squads, 2 leaders. All prisoners of war, and they all count double immediately for purposes of the victory condition. Count double immediately for this purpose. Now, I'm counting this immediately, but the Commandos can still get 25 off the board, provided I don't get any of these guys back. So there is that. There is that too. At any rate, I think that's enough of that. Lovat First Sight. Very punny. Commandos did not make it very far. I would have been in a good position. This 8 firepower IFE is going to come over here. I have a tank ready to blast this road here. There's a 50 long and the 57 6-pounder here, which really are not going to be able to impact the Mark IV because it's sitting too far back. So that was great. So I'm not sure how to deal with this. I could send the Piat forward to deal with it, but with local protection, this guy's going to have a really rough go. This kind of turned into a debacle for the British once this centerpiece gave away. Again, this is the stupid move. When I put these guys in this building, it just turned into throw guys away and sacrifice. I really regret doing this. I should have kept them back. There was no need to commit into that building, and they ended up losing 7 CVP for no reason. But c'est la vie. All right, so that's take 2 redo of Lovat First Sight, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. The one a little bit better, I think, than the other one. And of course, this one is a much nicer map, as you can clearly see. So this one was played with the 2nd edition, if you want to call it that. The revised scenario, which has the 5.56 or 5.58 Ox and Bucks counters, as well as the Walk and Wounded counter, as opposed to the counter that goes on the 6.48. So hopefully you guys got a better feel for that. Anyway, enough babble. So yeah, next weekend, hopefully we get to Castorine Pass, Dave, and we'll see what happens during the week. You guys have a great rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.